This is a demonstration on how to count triplets. I don't believe in reinventing the wheel, so I looked all over YouTube and couldn't find anything that explained it the way I like to explain it to my students. So, we proceed. So, as you know, eighth notes, which look like this, divide your beat into two equal halves. And you can count them a couple of different ways. The most common one is to divide it by saying 1 and 2 and, like that. So it's divided into two equal halves. You can also count them by saying words. In Piano Adventures, they'll use walk for a quarter note and running for 2 eighth notes. So it's like walk, running, like that. But the other method that I really like and that I find especially useful for triplets is from this book. It's from, I should look at the date. It's very old. 1947 by Hazel Cobb. So it's the pi method, and this is what my teacher used when I was little. So in this case, a quarter note would be pi, and 2 eighth notes are apple. So this rhythm that I just showed you would be pi, apple, like that. So a triplet looks like eighth notes. They're beamed together just like eighth notes, but you have a little 3 up above. There we go, which indicates that it's a triplet. And when you have that, you are dividing your beat evenly into 3 pieces. So it's into thirds instead of halves. So to count these, again, there are multiple methods. If you're counting with numbers, I like to do 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a, like that. So notice they're all the same length, right? They're perfectly even, but for each beat you have 3. And I like doing that because you know which beat you're on, right? You're saying the number 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. So this rhythm would be 1, 2 and a 3, 4 and a, like that. Now, if we are using pies, Hazel Cobb likes to say chocolate, and I disagree with that because, like I just said, in my mind, chocolate is a 2-syllable word. So chocolate, I don't like that. So I like blueberry, which is always a 3-syllable word. So we're going to make these blueberries. So this would be pie, blueberry, like that. So once you get it in your head, it's really not hard to feel that division. So I'm going to give you a few examples from actual pieces that use triplets. First one, here, I'm going to switch cameras. You can see my extremely high-tech setup here. There we go. So this second line here in the New World Symphony, you have quarter note, triplet, quarter note, like that. So that rhythm would be pie, blueberry, pie, like that. Pie, blueberry, pie, or 1, 2 and a 3, 4, 1. So the big reason, or one of the big reasons that I find the blueberry thing so useful compared to just counting is that sometimes students will change that rhythm a little bit when they're counting. So instead of going 1 and a 2 and a, they'll go like 1 and a 2 and a, something like that. They'll make it like 2 16th notes plus an 8th note, and they'll just keep counting like that, changing the pattern. It's a little harder to change that pattern if you're doing blueberries because it sounds funny. Blueberry, you know, that sounds weird. Doesn't fit with the word. So it just helps with feeling that rhythm in a more natural way. So another example of a rhythm with triplets, I'm looking for my book here, is this Minuet. This is from the same book. And here you have 3 beats per measure because it's a minuet. And it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, like that. So a lot of little triplets in there. So it's pie, blueberry, pie, blueberry, pie, blueberry, pie, blueberry, pie. So if you can get that pattern in your head, it's not bad. Now the last one, Heart and Soul, inspired this. So you have this little right here that leads into the next measure. So you have your melody, now I see, like that. So you have pie, 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 blueberry pie. That is the rhythm there. So if we were to clap it, it would be, I'll switch back to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1, right? Or pie, 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 blueberry pie, right there. So those are 3 examples of actual pieces that have triplet rhythms in them. So I hope that is helpful.